Hello, welcome to Wendy's Colouring, and today is my colouring plans video for April 2025. So yeah, I've tried to pick a selection of different bits and pieces to hopefully give me some choices. But yeah, let's get straight into it instead of waffling on. So first one is one of my most favourite books, I think. Fairy Tales and Folklore by Emily Leidenhall-Oberg. Just a stunning book. I could just put a bookmark in every single page in this book because you keep flicking and you keep finding pages that you want to do. But I was kind of looking for kind of spring Eastery pages, and I've done quite a lot of people pages in this book, so I thought maybe I'll do some of the objects and nature pages this time. So I thought, well, we've got some eggs and some birds, and they're quite decorated looking eggs, so I thought that might be quite nice for Easter. Then I can't help myself. I do quite like this people-y page. I know it's got nothing really to do with spring, but I liked it. There's something about it. And then I was thinking, again, I've got a little bunny on this page with the kind of teapot house and some flowers. So I thought that might be quite a nice springy page as well. And what else did I pick? Oh yeah, I quite like this little girl curled up with her little wings. She's got some dragonflies and things. I think that's probably a bit more of a summer page, isn't it? But I still thought it's quite nice. I quite fancy doing it. But yeah, I've picked a couple of pages from Fairy Tales and Folklore because it is such a beautiful book. I want to do another one. This one I've had... Did this come out in November, October? I'm not sure. I've only done the one in it, and I thought maybe it's time to do another one in Orchard Full of Fairies by Clara Markova. So I was looking for kind of spring Eastery pages, really, of which there aren't many in this book. But I thought this fancy bird that appears to have some kind of lollipops in its tail, I don't know. Maybe this feels a bit springy. We've got kind of tulipy looking flowers going on in the background, so I thought, yeah, and there's little eggs there as well, isn't there, actually, as well? So yeah, maybe it is supposed to be Eastery. Look, there's tiny little flying insects here in the back that I didn't notice earlier underneath the bird. Where are they all going? Anyway, that one, it's a bit weird looking, but I thought it might be quite fun. The other spring ones in here is this kind of, is it a teapot or a kettle? Can't quite tell. I think it's possibly a kettle, isn't it? But it looks like it's got apple or something in it, so maybe it is a teapot and something's brewing. But it's got daffodils on this page, so I thought, and again tulips, so I thought it feels fairly springy. Are these sugar cubes? So I think they're making some kind of drink, aren't they? And then if it wants to turn over, which it doesn't want to turn over, I've got this cute lamb page. Again, obviously spring time. And a little bit of flowers that are spring based ones as well. So I thought that might be quite fun. And then this was the other one that they felt a bit... I don't think they are daffodils, are they? But they kind of felt a little bit like a daffodil, although he seems to have his candle on there. I don't know quite what's going on there, but I thought that might slightly fulfil the bill as well. But Orchard Full of Fairies by Clara Markova, I've only done the one, so I kind of thought maybe it's time to try a second one in there. Then this book I've not coloured at all. Obviously it's an old book, fairly new to me, but old book in terms of printing. Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, A Magical Tale to Colour. Thought it'd be quite nice if I could start this time, even if I just do something simple, just to get a page started, to get it on the way. That might be quite nice. But I did quite like these kind of viney kind of flowers and the little fat bee. And there's little tiny houses down here. I thought that was quite cute. I'm not necessarily, although these are obviously matching pages, I'm not too worried about whether I do these completely different. It might be quite nice to do them completely different. So I was just thinking the bee side you never know, when I get going maybe I'll change my mind. But I also thought these were quite cute. Again, I think this is more of a late summer image as the foxgloves are out and things like that, and obviously mushrooms. But I thought you don't see Joanna Basford draw little characters very often. It tends to be nature or rooms or things, doesn't it? So I thought that might be quite a nice change, something a bit different. And I quite like this kind of circular arrangement. And then this was the other one that has tempted me for quite a while, just because it's something a little bit different. Feels like a coat of arms, doesn't it, or something like that. So I thought that might be quite nice with these griffins and the castle in the background and all of that. So I've pulled out those ones that I think might be quite nice. This again is one of my another favourite illustrators. So this is Fabiana Attanasio, and this is Witches, Wizards, Magical Spirits colouring book. I think sadly was only available in the UK, but I've got a few pages I'd like to get back to in here. So I think I've done a double in here, but I haven't done much more. So the Vila I think would be, oh, I need to put you on a little bit more, don't I? That would be quite fun to do. I thought, although the amount of snakes could be a bit terrifying to work, I thought I might like to feel like I want to have a go at a lot of snake skin. And I'm not sure what this is. Is this another bit of the snake, do you reckon? Not sure. But yeah, that might be quite interesting. This page would be a bit of a challenge. I've not done anything in this kind of Egyptian style, so that would be quite fun to have a go at. The sprites I like as well. I think they're pretty, with some little flowers and daffs and things in the background. And I think, was this my last one? I don't know this queen. I'm sure it's some kind of I can't even say it. Some kind of magical queen that I'm not aware of. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty page as well. So yeah, hopefully get another one done. I think that's the only one I've got done in this book, which I did enjoy, but that was quite a while ago. I'm thinking that was 2 years ago now. So it's more than time that I got back into this one, because it is a lovely book. Then, this is in my 25 for 25. This is Seasons. I haven't started in this book at all. So yeah, I'm looking to start in this and hopefully do another page. I did enjoy my Hannah Carlson page last month, so I'd like to do another one. I don't know if I'll get a double done. I didn't plan on doing a double last time, but yeah, I quite enjoy her pages. They just kind of come together while you're working on them. So I think this is the book cover page, isn't it, that you're supposed to put your name on, but I quite like it. I think it's quite a nice page. I don't often do them, but that one did appeal. I thought this one might be quite nice. Again, I do a lot of her portraits, so I'm thinking I might do more of the objects pages, and the insect bee, I'm not sure what he is yet. I'd probably do him as a bee. That quite interested me. Easter, obviously the chicks with the little crowns on. That might be quite cute, and they are daffs, aren't they? So that might be a good page to do. Then this lady is such a strange looking portrait, isn't it? It has intrigued me, because it's kind of like she's got little flowers coming off her eyelashes, that seems very uncomfortable to me. That would weigh a ton on your eyelashes. But it is quite an unusual portrait, so that does quite interest me as well. This one, I was thinking of the little bunnies here, again in their little crowns for Easter. I thought that might be a bit fun. What else did I select? I quite like both of these. I quite like the portrait, and I quite like the birds, although they kind of feel like they're wearing chainmail or something, these birds, like with the way that the shoulders are on them. They're really kind of puffed up looking pages, aren't they? But I quite like both of these, so I'm not going to do both. But either or, it depends whether I'm feeling Eastery page or whether I just want to do something that's a bit more nature based. I don't know, but I'd quite like to have a go in this book. Gets a bit Christmassy towards the back, doesn't it? So I'm thinking some of those from the front, out of Seasons by Hannah Carlson. pile over. Then this one I've had a very long time. I still haven't touched it. I'm not super confident I'm going to touch it this time, but it is Flower Bride by Dida Cat, Fantasy Wedding Dress. I've had it quite a while. It's a lovely book. It's all kind of hologram cover on the front. I've picked quite a few pages out of here. They're completely unrealistic. I have no idea whether I'm going to do them or not. They give you the title, so it gives you a bit of a theme for these wedding dresses. So this kind of gives me mermaid vibes. Maybe I should save it for May, I don't know. But Heart of the Ocean wedding dress. We've got a couple of fishes about. Obviously she's underwater. There's a lot of pearls to do. But yeah, it's quite an interesting page. This one is Kiss of a Fairy, although it looks like a fox to me, unless she's the fairy, I'm guessing. But I quite like the fact she's got all the flowers on her head. We don't see a huge amount of her dress, we've just got a little bit of it at the bottom, but I thought it was quite an attractive page. Then this one, I always am attracted to some kind of Asian pattern work, bit of henna. Again, you can play about with metallic paints, can't I? And hopefully this paper would take a little bit of paintwork. And you've got kind of the pattern that's in her dress going on in the background, which again, I quite enjoy. You can really play about with a little bit of paint on it, I'm thinking. It might be quite fun. Some of this is very fine, is my only question mark on this page. And I think these are supposed to be sheer fabrics down here, so not sure how I'd go about it. There's a lot to think about on this page, but it could be a really nice page. I'll probably chicken out, but you know, if you never pick it, you'll never do it, will you? Dream a Dream. She's lying down in all the flowers. Not a huge amount of her dress, quite a lot of her, quite a lot of flowers. Again, kind of suits me. They're the kind of things I enjoy colouring. Another kind of watery one. Don't know why I've picked the watery ones. I just quite enjoyed the watery ones in this book. But Atlantis. So I quite like how the kind of layers in her dress are echoing the kind of jellyfish that we've got going on in the background. I think that's quite a nice, interesting idea. And then I think this was the last one. Fairy in the Clouds. Not really normally my cup of tea in the style of drawing, but I do quite like the layers in her dress and the little castle behind. The flowers are teeny tiny though, they would be a bit annoying. So yeah, I'm not sure, I'll probably chicken out of this book, I'll be honest. It's been one of those books I've spent a lot of time looking at, but not much time actually working on. Paper's reasonably good. I think I did get this from Ali Express. Where's the ISBN? ISBN's there if you want to try and find it, but like I say, I got it off Ali, but a very long time ago now. It wasn't recent. Normally you can find these books reasonably easy on there, but they'll probably be on Etsy as well. But Flower Bride by Dada Cats, Fantasy Wedding Dress book. It is lovely. I think that's the other one that I wanted to go with this book. I think that one's also got dresses, but until I've worked in this, I'm banning myself. No, you cannot have it. Then I've just picked 2 cute and cosy books this month. I don't think I'm going to do loads of cute and cosy this month. I quite enjoyed both of these last month, so I have just picked a few more out of this one. That one's just attacking me. Get back on the pile. Fuzzy Tales by Vivi Tinta. I'll quickly whiz through the pages. So I've picked a little mermaidy page. It looks quite fun. I've picked The Carriage because I'm a big child and I just want to do it. I've picked Circus. I don't know why, but I enjoy doing circus tents and lighting and all of that. Just looks fun. And these characters are quite cute. I love his little uniform. The Ice Cream Trains. Again, it's just cute. And looks delicious, so why not? And then finally, she just looks so cosy in a flower. And these kind of look like the little lights pointing at her, don't they? I know they're not, they're flowers, but I might do them like the lights if I do it. Fuzzy Tales by Vivi Tinta. And then my little Molly dog, out of Cozy Pals, Love by Dorothy Hope. Again, I've picked some more pictures of her on her adventures. So them all on a little moped, that would be chaos. them on some kind of hot air balloon trip, again, would be chaos. Chasing birds in the sky wouldn't be a great idea, would it really? We're all having a look over the bridge, also cute. One of those grab machines where you never win anything, trying to catch something. Looks like they're actually winning. And then my last one in this one is in the back of the car, although she doesn't sit at the back of the car, she sits on the front seat next to me in a little harness and some special seat on that. But apparently she does sit in the back if all her mates are with her, having a picnic. So yeah, some of that silliness. Then I've been enjoying this book this year. World Under the Microscope with Rita Berman. Done a couple in here now. I'd kind of like to carry on and do a few more. I'm not sure if this is a double or not. Kind of feels when you look at this bit that it's not, does it? So, but I was thinking the bit from the cover image I'd quite like to do, because there's all sorts going on here, isn't there? There's a snail. Is this the start of a lizard or a snake? I'm not sure. Little bunnies, obviously quite a lot of flying things, birds, insects, owls, woodpecker. I thought it's quite nice. And obviously we've got a bee that's quite interesting. Or I quite like this little squirrel page. Again, we've got like a little floral roof. I can't talk today. Floral roof, bit of mushrooms. I thought again it's quite a nice page. And then these little snail houses are quite fun. I thought if I've not got much time, these might be a quite nice smaller bits to do. I quite like those. But this is the page I really quite fancy doing if I've got the time to do a double. I quite like these little bugs. They're a bit patterny, but there's not too much of it, is there? And then obviously quite a lot of flowers and backgrounds. And I'm thinking a bit of watercolour would be nice behind those. I thought that might be quite a fun page. And then the final one, I quite like both of these pages. I wouldn't do both, but I quite like the elephant and the little hummingbird that's on this side. So either of those might be quite nice out of this little book by Rita Berman. Yeah, I like this book. It's a nice size. I like the images. I should have worked in it more by now. Then this one's also a book that I really do love. Desert Fox Mysterious Travelling Book, colouring book by Sagumi Park UMB. I've probably said it wrong. I've picked a few pages out of this one. I've picked this very nice strawberry tart with all the little strawberry plants going at the bottom. I think that would be quite fun. I've picked this a few times, but I've done other pages that I've picked every time I've had this book out. But the little teapot might be quite nice. I might do a bit of other things on the teapot so it's not just all pink. But I do like this page. And again, there's quite a lot of flowers and it feels quite spring-like, doesn't it? So a bit of hyacinth there in the background. So I thought maybe it's a nice springy image. And then, I don't know why, I just suddenly turned to this page and thought, actually I quite fancy doing a sunset sky, and it's got a little beetle in it, so I thought it might be quite fun. It's a very different page for me. But yeah, maybe I might tackle those. So it depends whether I go spring or I go sunset. I've totally forgot what it's called again. Desert Fox Mysterious Travelling Colouring Book. Again, I got mine from Aladdin, but I'm sure it's on Etsy if you want to try and find it just for this book. It is a lovely book. It is only a glue-bound spine though, and I have, even though I didn't wet this page has come out for me, but thankfully the pages earlier on haven't done, so I'm hoping that was just a naughty page and the rest stays together. This is a book that's been waiting in the bookcase for far too long. Fairy Tales by Maria Troll. I've not repicked these pages, so these pages I picked a while ago. They are still lovely pages. I think I was doing the girls was what I was looking for in this book, but there's some fantastic pages in this book, all of which would be really lovely for this time of year. So any of these I would quite like to, and because I've not made a start in this book, I think it's more than time to make a start in it, because it is a really stunning book, beautiful book by Maria Troll, obviously out now. I think the English one's out reasonably soon, but I always like the original one if I can get it. Okay, so this is my next one, R.J. Hampson, Lost in Time. Yeah, his new one. I did film a flip of this, but I just ran out of time in terms of editing, and now there's so many out, it's not worth releasing, so I'm not going to bother. But I do want to colour in it. So the first one I've picked was not that one, this one, yeah. Fly, Envious Time. I just thought this was a really lovely one, where he's just relaxing in the boat, having a smoke. I really like the way the smoke's going up the edge of the image. It kind of forms this border. You've got the branch on the other side. Snail risking his life drowning. If he gets water in his snail shell there, he's going to be in trouble, isn't he? But I thought that was a really nice page. As you just saw, this was my other one that I've selected. The dinosaurs, just really cute. I think they're really lovely. And he's got a really interesting expression as well. You've got quite a bit of a scene going on behind. Thought that was quite a fun page. The axolotls, again, I really quite like. They're all in their little caveman outfits. Got little cave paintings going on. It's just, again, it's quite an unusual, bit different image. This one I think could be really beautiful, and this one does really tempt me. You can kind of see this one a bit more finished in my head, with obviously the druids and things like that. I just think it's really nice. You've got a couple of cheeky birds and things in between, haven't you? There's another one down there. These almost look like little paws there, but I think they are just branches. Then what else? Costumes. Always love a bit of costume work, and these are just so detailed. It does look quite fun to me. And then a quick dip. Not as sure about that one. I think some of the other ones probably going to come first. And this one I've picked just because it's a bit different, really. You've got obviously the little spaceship at the bottom. He's got obviously his astronaut gear on. He's got his little ray gun, and his time machine in his hand. And all of these with their huge legs. Just think it's a bit silly, but a bit different, isn't it? But yeah, I think it's really lovely. I'm thinking that one's probably the most likely, because I do really like that one. But I quite like that first one when he's on the boat. Oh, and I do like those as well. See, I can't even decide now. I don't know which one I'm going to colour. R.J. Hampson's Lost in Time, obviously out now. Then I have the two new books that Emma kindly sent me from Storm's Eye Designs. So I've picked a couple from both. Obviously I've got a big pile. I'm probably not going to get one out of both of them done, but we'll see. We might find time. The page I worked last month in the frogs version, the paper is so lovely. It really is a pleasure to work on, but there's quite a few in both of these that I do quite fancy having a go at. So there's very, very sulky frogs. Frogs are haunting me. There's so many of my books. Also another frog, but this one's so pretty, isn't it? It's really lovely, and I kind of like this kind of moon shape out of the flowers. I think that's really lovely as well. That one is winking at me. This cheeky cow is just really cute. These little horns in his bell, again, really lovely. The bee, I do like doing a bee page. Again, it's calling for a bit of metallic paint, isn't it? Do fancy, but I also quite like these kind of half page pieces with the flowers and butterflies. I thought they were quite nice. This book is fighting back. And also I do really want to colour the pineapple dressed frog. I don't know why, it amuses me. And banana frog down the bottom. I know they're silly, but I kind of want to do them, so I don't know. I suppose I could just do him on a full page, couldn't I? Maybe I'll do that. But Weird and Wonderful colouring book from without the glare, Storm's Eye Design. You can only buy these from Emma's website. They are not on any of the Amazons or anything like that. And then Witchy Wonders, again from Emma from Storm's Eye Design. I've got a few picked out again. Lots of frogs still. I quite like this one in the kettle. with the plants growing through it. I think that's quite nice. Bees, always, again, a fun page to do. Quite like that, doing the little page. And then I quite like the idea of doing these little vivariums as well, with the different bits and pieces in them. I thought that would also be fun. But yeah, out of Witchy Wonders colouring book. And then my last one is a carryover from last month, because I just ran out of time and I didn't have time to do it. Mythomorphia. I really would like to have a go at this page. I just didn't have enough time to have a go. Like I say, I've not been very well last month, so that just ate into my time and energy, more importantly. But yeah, this I would like to have a go at. But obviously, it's quite a big double. This feels like there's a lot to do, and there's a lot of little fiddly bits and all of this kind of smoke and clouds and things. I don't know if I'm going to paint that stupid playing card out. Like, why is there a random playing card there? I don't think there's any other weird objects, is there? It's just these ones kind of feel more appropriate, a bird and a crystal ball, but random playing card, maybe not. Anyway, that one I'm thinking I would still like to try and get to. And the other book that I need to get to before I just reach it, it's in my bookshelf behind me, is this one. I've still got a buddy that I've failed to do on time, so I still have this to do as well that I do want to try and get done this month if I can. Still feels like there's a lot of little bits and pieces. Is it single-sided, this? I could cheat and use a bit of alcohol marker on it. Just kind of feels a bit sacrilegious to put alcohol marker in a book like this one. Don't know. Would speed up the backgrounds and things if I did that. I might be brave and do that. We'll see. Dunno. But yeah, I'd like to get to both of these as well, because they are great pages. And that is it. 40 mini books, not enough time. I will not get them all done, but hopefully I will enjoy a little bit of it on the way. Which ones would you like to see me get done? Always interesting to see other people's opinions on it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.